Hey everyone, Kyle here. Another episode of Game Time. Fun little amateur video game show here on YouTube, like a lot of other people do. Got a fun episode for you today. I'm going to be talking briefly here about the Retrobit Generations. This is a plug-and-play console made by the company Retrobit. I talked about them quite a bit on the channel in the past. I'll provide a link in the description below for a couple of their videos, or for a couple of their products. I like the company, what can I say, and they did a pretty good one here, kind of like the Atari Flashback and the NES Classics and whatnot. They did their own, and they had some pretty good third-party support. They got over 90 games. A couple of them couldn't be familiar to some people. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Bionic Commando. Oh, man. Let's see, Bases Loaded is on there, Super R-Type, just to name a few. So what we're going to do in this video is take a look at everything that it comes with. We're going to plug it in, we're going to take a look at the complete list, and we'll probably even play a couple minutes of 2 or 3 games on there just to kind of show off what they look like. So we'll do that. And before we do that, I just want to say a quick hello and thank you to any new subscribers. I've been noticing a pretty good bump in the subscriber count lately. Definitely not needed. It's just something I do for fun. So any chances people get to like the video and share them and subscribe is just an added bonus. So definitely appreciated. And a big hello to any returning subscribers watching the new video. Also want to give a shout out to the cartridgeclub.org. Got some new forums on that website. Chances are if you're watching the video, you're already a member of the Cartridge Club. But for a couple of you that might not be, it's fair. There's probably a couple of people who haven't heard of it. Wearing the t-shirt here. cartridgeclub.org, link in the description below. It's a great gaming community. I'm super honored to be a part of it, and I'm proud to be a part of it. So I'll provide a link in that description below. You can check it out for yourself. Lots of great other podcasts and YouTube channels you can watch through there. So, all right, let's take a look at the Retrobit Generations next here on Game Time. Alright everyone, here's the Retrobit Generations box it comes with. It's a nice small box. Here's my hand for comparison here. Nothing too big. Nice little handle there. Good box art. It kind of shows what the console looks like. A couple of the main games there, like I said, R-Type and Ghosts and Goblins and everything. That's going to be a lot of fun. On the side, kind of shows what the menu will look like. On the back, kind of more games. Kind of like you see in classic gaming box art when NES and stuff like that. Kind of show you some of the games you can get on the back. Bionic Commando is going to be good. Commando is on there. That's a great NES game. On the side, not too much there on the side. Just some features and stuff. Everything that it comes with. So, I know unboxing videos are kind of hit and miss. I'm going to make a lot of noise here for the next couple seconds. My apologies. I'm doing this one-handed. Or I can just pause the video and actually pull it out, so it's not all that mess. But here it is itself, the Retrobit console. We'll pull that out first, 'cause that's the main star here. As you can see, it's super small, pretty light as well. Take a look at it here. So there it is, kind of a couple USB controller ports on front. Top, just kind of a fun little design there. There's the power button, on and off, nice clicky there. On back, I actually like this option quite a bit. On back you have the, of course, video cables. The little thing on the far right is where the power adapter goes. HDMI as well, so got the normal AV cables or HDMI. It looks like an SD card slot, so you can might be able to put some ROMs on there. I'm not sure. I'm not too big into that, emulators and stuff. I prefer the real thing, or at least some plug-and-play consoles like this. Nothing much on the side or bottom other than my fingerprints, so you can see pretty small. It doesn't take up too much space. The controllers themselves are probably about as big as the console, as you can see. But yeah, it looks like a typical 6-button Genesis controller. I actually like these quite a bit, so I was happy to see that's part of it. That was included. Got a mode button there. That plus A or plus start kind of takes us back to the main menu when you're playing the games. So, fun controller. All the buttons are nice and clicky. D-pad's pretty nice. You can see it kind of sticks out a little bit. I kind of like that. So it's going to be good for those 2D games. And as we've seen, it's just a USB thing. So hopefully, being with that, you can plug it into your PC or some modern console like PS4, Xbox One might be able to use this on some newer consoles. I'm not sure. hopefully. I have yet to try it, but controller feels really good. I really do like those 6-button Genesis controllers. It does come with the audio video cables as well. And the power, oh, that's the other controller. 2 controllers is good. And it comes with the normal power adapter there. Nothing too fancy. There's the port at the end of it. No HDMI cord, but I think it's 2017 now as we're shooting this video, so chances are you probably have 1 or 2 laying around. If not, just go to your local store and you can probably get one for a few bucks. So it doesn't come with one, a little disappointing, but I suppose at this point it's not a huge deal. So we're going to plug this all, we can hook it all up, plug it in. We're going to take a look at the games list on back, because it's too small to see, so we'll take a look at the thing itself. One thing I do want to notice, they must have made some changes at the very last minute, because this gets built-in games. As you can see, it's a sticker. If you look really closely, I'm not sure how it's showing up on video, but you can see right below the bottom line, where like Super Noah's Ark, Super R-Type, you can see there's actually more games underneath the sticker, so it's kind of interesting. They must have changed something very, very last minute. Same thing here with the Alfred Chicken sticker. You can see it's actually pasted over something, so pretty interesting. Oh, I forgot, it also does come with the instruction manual. So, nothing too much there. It kind of shows you some stuff, how to hook everything up, what everything does. So, pretty basic. Let's hook it up and play some games. Okay, after a couple of seconds of the initial load up screen, which is just the Retrobit Generations logo, we kind of come to the main menu. So there's a couple of things setting wise you can do during your games. I'll get to that here in just a moment. I'm just going to go through the list of games here really quick. There are quite a few of them on here, so I'm just going to scroll through them pretty quick. So bear with me, I'm going to talk very fast. 10-Yard Fight, 1942, 1943, 2048, which is not another game in that series, just kind of like a puzzle game. Good Old Alfred Chicken 1. I like how they do that, because they put Alfred Chicken and it's the Game Boy game. One of my favorite things about the Generations here is they actually included quite a few Game Boy games, which is nice to see, because in a lot of these plug and plays you normally don't see Game Boy games being added. So you got that one there. Anguna, whatever. Apocalypse 2, Argus, kind of looks like a fun shoot 'em up game, as does Astro Hawk. Oh boy, how do you even pronounce that? Astanix, whatever. Avenging Spirit, obviously another Game Boy game, as is Banishing Racer. Bases Loaded 1 and Bases Loaded 2, so fun times there. And even the Game Boy version of Bases Loaded, so really liking that one. There's another Famicom game, I'm not going to even try to pronounce it. Got to get Rambox here, hopefully he can pronounce some of these better. Battle Squadron, Battle Unit, Zeoth, Big Run, Bionic Commando. A lot of these games are hit and misses. A lot of them you probably never even heard of. Some of them probably aren't even too good. But then you get some good games like that in there. Bionic Commando being one of them. Brawl Brothers looks like a good side-scroller beat 'em up. Broken Circle, Captain Commando, another famous one, as is City Connection. I think it was a popular NES game. There's Commando. I really like this one. It kind of plays a lot like Frontline, some of those Rambo games on Master System and NES. Ikari Warriors, if you remember that. So that's kind of like this one. It's kind of a top-down shooter. Corn Buster, Creepy Bird. Yep, that's a Flappy Bird knockoff. There's a couple of games like that in there. York and Imp, Escape from Atlantis, The Esper Corpse, Exit X's, Exeron, Field Combat, Forgotten Worlds. That kind of looks like a Contra type game. Look forward to playing some of that. Formation Z, Fortified Zone, Game Boy game. Free Fall, Gadget Twins, Ghouls and Ghosts. We'll definitely try that one out. Gunsmoke, Hammer and Harry, Hero Pinball Party. I do enjoy me some pinball. There's obviously Famicom game. Higimaru, Holy Diver, Hoops. There's that one. Image Fight, Gym Power. Everyone loves Gym Power. Judo Warriors, Kickle Cubicle. Oh man, I'm not going to play this one. I'm going to provide a link in the description. I actually did NES Hidden Gems version of this game. It's fantastic. Actually, one of my probably top few NES favorite NES games. So, Red Nicky Radical Ninja 2, Kid Nicky Radical Ninja, Knights of the Round, Kung Fu Master, Land Master, kind of a connect 'em all puzzle game. Lawnmower, yep, that's on here. Legend E, Major Title Golf, Maru's Mansion, Mayzam Challenge, Mercs, kind of looks like another top-down shoot 'em up game, kind of like Commando. Monster Club, Mr. Bloopy, Night Defender 2. These are some of the homebrew games. Night Defender, might look familiar if you're a fan of the Donkey Kong arcade game. There are a few of these in here. Ninja, Jajamaru no Boken. Yeah, I don't speak Japanese, so that looks like another version of that game. Onslaught, Operation Logic Bomb, Pinball Quest, Pizza Pop, Plasma Ball, Quest Forge, R-Type 3, which I think is the Super Nintendo one. Ring King, Rival Turf, Rock Fall, Rocky Rodent, Rodland. Actually, I played this one. This is kind of a fun one. Think Donkey Kong a little bit, but you're the character. You're going around collecting flowers, and you're getting the enemies kind of in a net. It's interesting. Rodland GB, Rushing Beat Shinra, Skippin' Friends, Smart Mouse, Snakey. Everyone loves a good game of Snake. Soldam, Sun, Sumo Slam, Super Alfred Chicken. There we go. Super Earth Defense Force, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. That one's on there. Super Noah's Ark 3D. That's a famous one. Castle Wolfenstein for the Super Nintendo. Kind of reskinned that one and made it into a Noah's Ark. Instead of shooting Nazis, you're flinging food at animals on the Ark. Super R-Type. There's another good R-Type game on there. Sword of Soden, the Black Bass, the Blue Marlin. I wonder if these are kind of sequels to each other. The Ignition Factor, Thor's Quest, or Super Thor Quest. Plays just like that Donkey Kong game, so totally rad. Barth Operation Thunderstorm, World Reborn, Yang Warrior Family, Zippy Race, Zooming Secretaries, kind of looks like another cheesy homebrew one. And that brings us to the 10-yard fight and back to the top of our list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Super R-Type and probably Ghouls and Ghosts, just because I think a lot of us know what these look like. You'll see how they run on here. But I'm going to do another video in the near future showing off a few more games that are included with this. So setting-wise, you can change language, advanced, internal memory, etc. So no, we don't need to do that. Also, this game, the Retrobit Generations does have save states in there as well. So some of the options let us change our language as well. So as we see here, English, can do lots of different languages. So that's pretty neat. I like that. Volume, can control the volume right here on the console itself, so you don't have to do remote for TV. Always fun. And went one too far back. But we're going to start up the game. I'm going to show you can do save states. So load progress, more settings, button mapping, can change what the buttons do on your controller, screen size, original size, full screen. That's pretty neat. I like that option. Sound output again. So information on the thing. Oh, I didn't do the information. That's what you get there, I guess. Version R1. So let's go. Let's start the game. Couple seconds, but it works. Super R-Type. Turn up the volume a little bit. Sound-wise is actually pretty decent. Some of these plug-and-plays are hit and miss for sound. I know that Sega Genesis was notoriously not good. This actually sounds pretty good. I'm playing using the AV cables as well. Games played in the HDMI output actually look pretty decent. I should pay attention to what I'm doing. But yeah, they look pretty decent on bigger TVs using HDMI. I can test that firsthand, so. Oh man, Super R-Type. That's a hard game. I forgot how hard these games are. We can kind of see how that plays. So if we want to go and save right there, we can save game. Internal progress 1. We get 3 save slots for every game. So when we go back and put this on once again, we can load that up and take off right where we left off. So that is pretty neat. I'm going to exit. I'll show off one more game here at Super Noah's Ark. I'll get that on next video, but we'll show off Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Again, a couple common games I think a lot of people have seen and heard of. So, got a Capcom on this one. I love that intro music. That's so great. This one's for J-Rock, the Game Rocker. He's a big fan of the Super Ghouls and Ghosts games. Ghosts and Goblins, of course, originally an arcade game, was one on the NES as well. I think it was just Ghosts and Goblins, but yeah, this is Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Why not? Oh, there we go. I forgot there was a double jump. But yeah, and pretty notoriously hard. I'm actually doing okay to begin with, but it gets hard pretty quick, so expect a few playthroughs of this game. But yeah, I love using the Genesis provided controllers. I think everything works pretty smooth. I like it. Feels pretty good. Buttons are nice and clicky. I like using the D-pad for this and everything else. So that is the Retrobit. Oh, that tune is so good. That's the Retrobit Generations, ladies and gentlemen. I will pause it. And as you can see, I can save game. So each game has its own 3 different save files. So it's not like you only get 3 for the entire library. You get 3 per game. So Retrobit Generations, I like it. I had to show it off. I think it's worthy of a purchase, especially for a lot of retro gaming fans. I think it's pretty neat, especially since the NES Classic thing only has 30 games and is extremely difficult to find. I think this is a great alternative. I got mine on Amazon. It was about 40 or so US dollars, 40 to 50 with shipping. And a good purchase. Like I said, there's 90 plus games. A few of them are pretty cheesy, included games in their homebrew games. Pretty worth passing up. But there's a few good ones on here, like Kickle and the Super Ghouls and Ghosts and stuff. So I think it's a great mix. I love the Game Boy games on here. Obviously arcade games, Super Nintendo, Genesis era, NES era. So it's a great collection. I think it's worth having. So leave a comment below on games that you want to see in my next video for the Generations. I will definitely do at least 1 or 2 more just to show off a few more games here. And yeah, that will do it. Everybody, thanks for watching, subscribing if you haven't done so. Thanks for liking the video, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care, everybody, and happy gaming.